Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name is Sasha. I do a lot of indie palette reviews, a lot of makeup content here, some unboxing. So if you guys are into that kind of content, then make sure to subscribe to my channel because I love to have you guys here. And for today's video, I wanted to make this sweet and short because today, the Sephora VIP sale, the Rouge, today's Friday. It just opened today, so I couldn't get this video up sooner, but that's why I'm going to make this short and sweet. Give you guys my Sephora recommendations. And I did a lot of demos. I recorded 2 days worth of demos. First thing I want to start with are palettes because I completely forgot to talk about them because I didn't bring them out. But I have two palettes to recommend to you guys. Pastel Towel Major Dimensions 2, and this is the Rose palette. The packaging is very reflective. It's already a little bit scratched, so I don't like the packaging. I mean, it feels luxe for the price. Yes, it feels luxe, but it's too reflecting for my taste. The color story, it's a rosy color story and some browns and rose, so some rosy browns. The mattes, I'm telling you, they're so velvety soft and easy to work with. The creams, I am surprised that they actually haven't dried out on me. But it's all about the shimmers, honestly. So we have like a metallic right here. It's like a reddish brown metallic. 4 other sparkly shimmers. So these, they look maybe similar to these two, but they're not. This one's more gold. This one's more champagne. This one's a rose gold. And this is more of an orangey with the gold sparkles. So this, I just like the finish of these shimmers. They're not like shimmers like regular shimmers. They're like more sparkly shimmers, so they're gonna add a little extra glam, and the quality is really great with this one. And last palette I'm going to recommend to you is the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette. So this is my absolute favorite palette from high end because the color story, it's very magical. You could do so many looks. So there's like little pops of colors, very soft colors, and you could do so many various looks, from glam for the night, from the day, make it romantic looks, make it sexy, very cool tone. So that's, I think that's one of the reasons why I love this palette so much, because it leans more towards cool tone, and I love pinks and purples, of course, and the gray tones. Comparing this palette to the Pastel Towel packaging, this packaging is gorgeous. So like, this is well worth it. Formula wise, between the two, they're both really completely different. Pastel Towel feels more luxe, while Huda Beauty, it does feel luxe but not as luxe. The quality is still great with this one. Here are the swatches, so you can see the cool tones, the purplish, the pinkish tones. Oh, I just love this palette. So the Pastel Towel is more pigmented with the mattes, and then with Huda Beauty, some of the shades are pigmented, but most of the shades are very, you have to build them up. So the shades you have to build up from this palette, it's this shade, that shade, that shade, that shade. And I think these shades were fine. I think that shade was fine too. So it's mostly on the pastel shade, so that's to be expected. This is a very pigmented shade. Favorite shimmers from this palette is Cosmic Love, Energize, Blissful, Abundance, and Moon Magic. So those are my favorite shimmers. So number one favorite is Moon Magic because it's so magical, honestly. So right here's the shimmers on my hands, my favorite shimmers. So here's Cosmic Love. See how magical that looks? Oh, they're so pretty. Very pretty. The mattes on this one, the pastel ones, they're more on the powdery side, so you have to pack it on, like pat it down instead of swiping it. If you swipe it, you're gonna get a more of a diffused look, but this one I highly recommend. Like, I love this palette so much. So I have 3 foundations to recommend with you guys, more like 1 foundation and 2 like more like skin tints. So my number 1 favorite is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. So this is in the shade Patagonia, and I tried this on yesterday. It used to be the perfect shade for me, but I think I'm starting to lighten up. But this is so lightweight and it's so smoothie, and it gives the right amount of glow. Like, it's a very good foundation. So this is like my number 1 foundation. I'm almost done with it. So I've had this maybe like a month after release, and I'm already about this way. So that's telling you guys a lot because I don't really run out of foundations. And then I have 2 skin tints to recommend you guys, and these are both very similar. So I did a half and half look. So I'm wearing half and half foundations. So on this side, I'm wearing the Rare Beauty foundation, the skin tint moisturizer. This is in the shade 24N, and this one, I don't like the shade range to this brand really. So this one's like not my perfect match, but it works for me. So it's actually like a pretty similar comparison. So the Tower 28, it's a sunny days tinted sunscreen. So they both have SPF I think this one has SPF 20 and this one has SPF 30, so a little bit more protection, and they look both very similar. I think this one, the Rare Beauty one, I think it provides a little bit more coverage. I did build up my foundation, what I'm wearing right now, I did build it up a little bit more, but I think this one has a little bit more coverage. But the only thing, I think I see more my pores for this side, while on this side it looks more natural, more smoothing. So they look very similar, but they're both really good. And how they wear out, I think I prefer the Tower 28, honestly, because I'm almost done with this. I think I got this like last year, so I'm almost low on it. The shade, this is Molohan, so this is like my perfect shade. So now we're gonna move on to bronzers. So I have 2 cream bronzers and 1 powder bronzer. So the first 2 I'm gonna recommend to you guys. I have the Makeup by Mario Sculpting Stick, and I have the shade Light Medium, and the other one's Rare Beauty's Soft Sculpting Stick in the shade Happy So. So which one I prefer? I highly recommend this one over this one, but I do love them both for different reasons. So this one's more of a neutral tone, and this one's easier to work with. So either you could put it on straight on your face, or you could just get it from your brush and work with it. While with this one, you can't put this straight on your face because it dries down so fast, like it stays on with the line. So I don't recommend putting this straight on your face. So it's just best to use the brush with this one. And this one's more warmer, so if I want to like have a more of a sun-kissed tan almost, then I use this one. But this one, I love it so much that this one I would repurchase. This one, would I repurchase? I think I would if I would eventually run out, but if it's between the 2, I highly recommend the Makeup by Mario. It's a really great formula. And the powder bronzer I want to recommend to you guys is the Huda Beauty Glowish bronzer. It's a soft radiance, and this is the shade Medium, so it looks like this. And so this one, a lot of people recommended this like last time when the Sephora VIP sale, so that's why I bought in the last sale. And this one is so good. Like, either if you want to make it like a natural bronzer look, you could use this alone, but I love putting this on top of cream bronzer because it makes it more blurring. It makes the blending more seamless, more natural. And really, you have to dig for your brush with this one because it's very lightweight, so it's really easy to work with. There's no way you could mess up with this bronzer. So this is like a very beginner friendly bronzer. Right here's some comparison swatches. So this is the Makeup by Mario in the shade Light Medium, and this is the Rare Beauty Happy Soul, and this one's the Huda Beauty Soft Radiance in the shade Medium. And this one I really dig my finger for this one for it to show the pigment, but it's really blurring this one, so I'm trying to blend it with the pinky because I still have bronzer, but it's really pretty. I love all these bronzers. They're my favorite. For blushes, I only have 2 cream blushes to recommend with you guys, but I'm going to start with the IYS cream blushes. So I have 3 different shades, and I know these are super affordable, so you can even buy this even when it's not even on sale, but I say just go for it because you can save a little bit more, a few bucks to buy off of these, and plus they're the formula is just so good, so easy to work with. And I have the shade Inspire, Confident, and Kindness. So I know I have different shades, but I would actually pick up more if I really wanted to. So they're just a very easy formula to work with, either with a brush or a sponge. I prefer using the brush with this one. The finish of it is just so seamless. It's slight little glow to it. It's very natural, like it just blends into your skin. Like, it's not really sticky, but it's more like a balm really, so it's really easy to work with. So I highly recommend these. Even though they're affordable, I still highly recommend them. The next cream blush I want to recommend you guys is the Merit Beauty cream blushes. So these are very lightweight, so it's to get more pigment out of them, it's best to use your brush, like get it with your brush and just pack it on. But I love these because they're more natural, so it's almost similar to the IYS, but they're more lightweight. These are very lightweight. So right here's another product I forgot to mention, but this is a Tarte Double Take Cream Powder Blush. So right here's how the blush looks like. So it leans more like a rosy brown, so it comes with the cream blush and a powder blush. So the powder blush is more like a sheen finish, while the cream blush is more like a slight dewy finish, like a very slight. So what I did to show my demo, because I did it yesterday, put the powder blush first and then I put the cream on top. So that's what Tarte suggested, so that's what I do. So it works either ways. So yeah, I really love the shades to this one. I think the quality to this it feels very luxurious. It's very unique from my collection. So the formula between these two, I prefer this one more on more occasions over this one. This one I will only wear in special occasions or when I feel like it, because it provides more of a sheen look. I do love his monochromatic sheen blushes, so I do recommend those, but they're very pigmented. So the blushes to his powder blushes, they're very pigmented, so you have to go with the light hand or else it's going to come out dark. A little bit difficult to blend out if you put too much. So that's my only suggestion between the two. But overall, I prefer this one, but this one's good for a luxurious experience, and plus you get a 2-in-1 product. Now for brow products that I highly recommend to you guys. So one of them I don't have with me because I lost it, and I was almost done with this. So it's a Kosas brow pop. So I bought that during the last sale because a lot of people were recommending it as well, and it's really good, and I'm definitely gonna repurchase it. I think I might buy like a darker shade. I think I had a shade medium brown, but that one is just so easy because it's not like so pigmented, but and it's the formula of it, it's not like too waxy, too dry. It's like in between. Like it's a really good formula, and I've used that in so many of my brows times. Like I use it so much. I was almost out of it, so I can't find it right now, but I do highly recommend that one. So if you guys want to add like tint to your brows and also help control them at the same time, I recommend getting the Tarte brow wax. So I got the shade Tinted, and this adds a little bit tint to my brows while also controlling my brows at the same time. But even then, what I'm showing you guys, like it looks so natural, but I went a little crazy. So I've done this several times already. So I recommend this one. So this is a Tarte lamination brow gel. So this one really helps me raise my brows up. So right now what I'm wearing, I'm using a Koki brow pencil, which is not Sephora, but I'm using the Tarte lamination brow gel, and it does help raise my brows. So this is as high my brows could go right now. So I really love this. So the only thing about the formula of this one, I know a lot of people there's a lot of mixed reviews with this one, but the thing about this, if you're gonna go in, only go in on one go with one brow, and you can't really go back and add more, because if you go back and add more, depending how long the wait time, it might get a little bit like clumpy. Like it hasn't happened to me. It only happened to me maybe one time really, but it wasn't like super dramatic, but I've just gotten used to the formula. That's my suggestion about this. So you can only go in once while you're doing your makeup. Sometimes your brows get a little bit lighter, and you want to darken your brows without messing it up. So what I always use to darken it up, I use my Benefit 24-hour clear brow gel. So that's what I did earlier to darken up my brows. So I do highly recommend this one. This one does help control your brows, but the Tarte is more stronger. This one helps raise your brows even more, but this one feels like more like glue, while this one's feels more natural, and you could just use this and go back in so many times without getting so tacky or gluey. So yeah, I love these brow gels so much. So now for concealer, I have two to recommend to you guys. I have the Tarte Shape Tape Ultra Creamy Concealer. So I have the shade 22N. This one's a little bit light, but I can still make it work. So the thing I do, I color correct with the cream blush. I color correct with the Tarte 28 cream blush in the shade Rush Hour. So that's what I do every single time. I don't have it in my description when I do my makeup list. I don't put it on because I don't want people to get confused that I'm using that blush, but I use that to color correct. So that's what you guys see me doing. And then the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, I love this so much. So between the formula, they look kind of similar, but if I have to choose between the two, I recommend getting the NARS one. So this one, the Doe applicator, is not as big as the Tarte one. So I love building out my concealer, but since I color correct now, I don't have to use as much concealer anymore, and it doesn't creases. This one, it doesn't really crease either. So the thing, what I do, I just put on the concealer, and I try to avoid the lines right here. I try to go more down here. I let it dry for a little bit, and then I go in with my sponge and blend it out. And now for powder that I highly recommend, that I'm so blown away by, it's the Huda Beauty. It's the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. So I highly recommend this. The only setback to this that so many people have said about this probably is the fragrance. There's fragrance to it, and then what it reminds me of, it's like an old lady perfume fragrance. So if you could go past the fragrance, if you're not so sensitive, then this will be your brand new powder. So the thing about powders, you don't want to go heavy. So this is the one. It doesn't cake my makeup or anything. It doesn't cake my under eyes. It makes it more smoothing. It's very finely milled. So what I use a brush. I pat down the essence powder to kind of flatten it down my brush, and then I go in with my brush. So it's my favorite powder. So the thing about powders, I know a lot of people have issues about creasing. So is my under eyes creasing? No, honestly, my under eyes are not creasing today. Sometimes I have mild creasing, other days, some bad days I have major creasing, but right now I don't have creasing. So the trick is not to put concealer right here. You have to go focus it on the bottom here, and then this, you have to pat down the excess of the powder. So I really love this. This is my favorite powder ever, and I'm gonna repurchase it. And there's a shade, the Cherry Blossom shade. I don't think it's available right now, but I wanted to buy it when they brought it back in stock on the Huda Beauty website, but that was before I tried out the formula. I really wanted it for the shade, but I already had this on the way, so I just wanted to test out the formula before I buy the Cherry Blossom shade. And now that I tried it out, I'm definitely going to pick up the Cherry Blossom shade whenever Huda Beauty restocks it. But so let me talk about mascaras real quick. So I've been using this mascara a lot, and I think I want to repurchase it too. So this is the Adept Beauty Lash Snack Mascara, and I know it's affordable. But the reason I want to repurchase it, because since it's called Lash Snack, it adds vitamins to your lashes. So I think this is making a difference in it's helping my lashes grow. I know lash serum always works best, but I've noticed a difference with my lashes. Well, right now I'm wearing lashes, but my natural lashes, my lashes are looking longer by using this mascara. And another mascara I've been enjoying, but it's kind of dried out on me because it's a beanie. I love the Rare Beauty mascara. This one's more volumizing, while the Adept Beauty, it separates the lashes. It's really nice to put it on the bottom lashes, but this one's like more natural, separates lashes. And while the Rare Beauty one, it's more volumizing, yeah, because of the wand, but it adds volume. So I'm not sure about the flaking on this one. I don't remember, but this one, it doesn't really flake on me. The wand of this is very small, the Adept Beauty one, so it's really easy to work with. Yeah, the wand is not that big, so you do have to do a few coats on your lashes, while the Rare Beauty one, this is the medium one. This one's very fluffy. I love this one. It actually makes a big difference to my lashes. It adds more volume. It makes them look fluffier. Guys, I love these lipsticks so much. So these are the Rare Beauty lightweight lipsticks. I have 3 different shades. I have the shade Fashion, Slip, and Cabo. So I really want to pick up like more shades because these are very lightweight. The way they smell like how lipsticks used to smell from back in the day. They don't last all day, so I do find myself that I have to apply these lipsticks, but they're just an easy form to work with, and they feel good on lips too. Like they don't feel like heavy. And so I love the Tarte 28 lip glosses. So these taste like almond oil. So this one tastes like very like almost nutty. So make sure to check the ingredients for this one because it has almond oil. And yeah, it tastes so good. These adds like such a beautiful finish to your lips. So I didn't do demos for these. So this is a Tarte 20 Cashew. I'm just gonna add it on top of the gloss I'm wearing. And they're pretty pigmented too. It's a little bit thick, not like annoying thick, but it hugs your lips. It feels so good. So this is not sticky and it tastes delicious. You see the difference to my lips? Oh, okay. And now for the Rare Beauty glossy lip balms. These are lightly too. They're not sticky, but if I had to pick between the two, I prefer the Tarte 28 glosses. Those are my #1 lip glosses. Well, from Sephora. Try on the berry one because this one will show up more. So this is the berry one, Nearly Berry. Yeah, they're both similar, but this one's a little bit different. And this one tastes good as well. This one tastes like a little bit sweet. But yeah, very pretty. I think the Tarte 28 are more glossier. Another lip product, the last lip product I'm going to recommend to you guys. I was wearing it just now before I put the glosses on top. The NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil. So this one, make sure to buy the big sharpener. I have it somewhere. I just misplaced it. So you could sharpen this. That's why it comes with the big sharpener because it is a fat pencil. So buy the They have it in Sephora, so it comes with the big sharpener and for the little one, so it's a multi-use lip pencil sharpener. So this one, it feels velvety and it's very, very lightweight, and it lasts a long time on me too. So I love using this as a lip liner, but I also fill out my lips with this too. That's what I had on earlier, and then a gloss on top. So I love this so much. It's like, it looks so smoothie, like velvety. It's a great formula, so I would pick up more, but this is a little bit pricey. But anyways guys, that's about it. Those are all my Sephora VIP recommendations. So I highly recommend the NARS Radiant Foundation, the Makeup by Mario Cream Bronzer, the LYS Cream Blushes. I love these so much. The Huda Beauty Glowish Bronzers. I love this one too. Power 28 lip glosses, I love so much. I know they're affordable, but you could also get the Rare Beauty. They're just as good. I just love the Power 28 a little bit more. So those are all my Sephora VIP recommendation. Let me know what you pick up from the Sephora sale. Am I gonna pick up anything? I don't think I am, because I've been buying a lot of indie eyeshadow palettes, and I think I need to give it a break for like a good week before I start buying again. But yeah, I think maybe next time I'll probably buy. I'm not sure, maybe I will. So if I end up buying anything from Sephora, then I will make a short video about it. But anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.